What is up, y'all? Welcome to the Money Grand National Series for the first time ever. Get rolling here. Man, a lot louder than the other. I'm not sure what that sound is, but yeah, the Money Grand National Series. Oh boy, this is a development series. It's kind of in between Pass and MG Cup. So we're going to see a lot of development drivers making starts in this series. And if you're wondering why there are now two yellow lines at the bottom, they did paint a second yellow line on the bottom of the track overnight. And yeah, so this is the Money Grand National Series. We have a mix of young, up-and-coming talents, drivers that never quite got to make it to the top level or made it work in the top level. And then we have MG Cup drivers looking to have some fun on a Saturday. Your starting lineup: the 7 of Randy LaJoy on pole, with the 39 of Kurt Busch starting to his outside. Behind them is the 21 of Kevin Harvick, the 19 of Chad Blunt, the 48 of Shane Meal rounds out the top 5, with the 8 of Martin Truex Jr. starting 6th to his outside. Pace car is in. We're getting ready to begin here. Green flag in the air. We're racing from Daytona. 30 laps for all three series. And the season opener at Daytona. We're getting ready to get this underway. Flyby down the back straightaway as we head into turn 3. Look at Joe Nemechek in the 87 working his way up to the front. And contact! Kurt Busch and Jeff Burton got together and they somehow kept it straight. Nemechek is going to lead the first ever MGNS lap. Kevin Harvick on the bottom, trying to get a run going here. Look at these drivers try to manage the bumps here as they try to hang on to these things. Look at how bumpy it is. You can literally see the cars bouncing around as they go over the bumps here at Daytona. This is a really rough surface. These drivers know that. They're trying to just hang on to it. Now here comes Mark Martin in that number 6 car, trying to get a run on Nemechek. Back straightaway once again. Flyby camera angles as we head down into turn 3. Lots of action to start things off here from Daytona. Spread out just a little bit. Some drivers taking it easy here. Not up front. These MG Cup drivers just want to get up there and mix things up. See how this is going to prepare them for tomorrow's race, the Daytona 500. Back. Oh, we got a spin. And it's Chris Mack. Down to the bottom of the racetrack. Keep it. Oh, he gets the inside wall. And looks like the tires are down. He's going to be stuck in the infield grass. And that's going to result in a caution. That car is not going to be going anywhere. Both front tires are down. The nose has dug into the grass. And he is stuck there. As he's going to have to get towed back to pit road. Yellow flag in the air for the first time here today. And let's see what happened to Chris Mack. Watching the 86. Oh, looks like he got a little bit loose going over the bumps there, just trying to hang on to it. And then the 20 of Hamlin. I'm not sure if he got into him. He came down the track for sure. I can't tell if they made contact or not. But when that 20 came down, that 86 car went around and straight through the infield. Trying to lock it down, trying to keep it off the wall. Unable to. Man, let's go on board with that 86 car. Tough break for him here. Not the way he wanted to start off the season, as Papyrus Racing's Cup team is shutting down after this season. They will be moving to this series full time. Let's see what happens to Mack. Oh man. Wow, he was just trying his best to hang on to it. Oh, he gets into the inside wall there. He tried his best to hang on to it, man. Take one more look. Let's see. That car's sideways. He's trying. Hang on to it. The 20 of Hamlin. I don't think he got into him. Denny Hamlin, MG Cup rookie as well. But I don't think Hamlin touched him. I think the air from that 20 car getting right next to the 86. I mean, he was already loose in the air. That's what sent him over the edge, sent him around there, sent him sliding through the infield and into the inside wall. As he had it locked down, trying to keep it off the wall. Oh, man, couldn't quite. There was no control in that thing the second he got sideways. So a tough break for Chris Mack, bringing out the first caution of the day. We're going to be right back after this. Welcome back to the Money Grand National Series here from Daytona, the season opener and series opener, as this is the first ever race in this series. Joe Nemechek has led most of the way so far. But he's had a lot of competition from behind. Kurt Busch in the 39 on his outside, and the first full-time driver in this series is actually Randy LaJoie in that 7 car, and then behind him is a couple of full-time drivers. That's Paul Menard in the 11, Shane Mule in the 48, and I'm aware that not all of these cars are from 2006, but just wanted to fill out the field. Green flag in the air, and we're racing once again here from Daytona. I'm not sure what's up with my audio. I'm going to have to try to fix that after this race. Heading back into turns 1 and 2 once again here. So we got to get back up to speed. Oh, already a crash on the restart. And is it Chris Mack once again? Yes, it is. Oh, no. Back into the inside wall. Hard hit for that 86, racing back around to the yellow flag. Oh, and around goes Kyle Busch in front of the field. Huge hit. The big one is going to happen from Daytona. Multiple cars getting taken out. Kevin Harvick is destroyed. Look at Jamie McMurray in the 64. The 50 of Danny O'Quinn with heavy damage. And a lot of cars being taken out. A lot of good cars getting taken out from Daytona. The 22 of Kenny Wallace barely rolling on the apron, trying to get that thing back up to speed and bring it back in. And a huge crash, 2 wrecks, as Nemechek leads the race back to the caution flag once again. And let's see what happened here. 2 separate wrecks on this lap. Let's see what happened in the first one. 4 wide for last. I think Mack had a slingshot and was trying to get around. Yeah, he wasn't completely caught up to the field when they went green, and he had a big run. He was trying to get by the 01 of Jay Sauter, tried to block. Mack just squeezed in, and then Sauter went down the track and clipped the 32 of Dave Blaney right up the track into that 86 car. And watch as Chris tries to hang on to it. And that car's sliding. And then it snaps back to the left. Something clearly broken on that car, not allowing him to regain control. And he starts heading straight for that inside wall in about 70. Still a hard hit. I didn't realize how much he slowed down, but that's still a hard impact into that inside wall. And he's gonna drive it. He's gonna try to drive it behind the wall here. And looked like he was gonna be done for the day, but then looks like he got word that the big one broke out the second he parked it right there. So he's gonna get a tow actually back to pit road once again as that car is stuck in the grass in that exact same spot for the second time here today. Let's see what happened to start off the big one. Alright, Harvick. Oh, Harvick got into his teammate. He got into Jeff Burton. And that clipped Burton up the track into the 5 car. And Kyle Busch gets sent around, collects the 21 of Harvick. Biffle just escapes. Nowhere for McMurray to go, and Biffle doesn't escape. The 90 of Sattler doesn't get through. And a lot of cars start stacking up here on the bottom of the racetrack. Look at Ron Hornaday in the 33. I mean, a lot of cars. Jason Leffler. I don't think Leffler got a piece of that. We're going to have a red flag here. It's going to be a big time cleanup here from Daytona. And I never readjusted my audio, so I guess I don't have to do it now. Oh, man. Wow. Nowhere for him to go. Let's go on board with Kyle Busch. Got a sneeze coming up, but then I don't even know what that was. But anyway, yeah, this is the view from Harvick. Just ran out of room, it seems. They all tried to squeeze down to the bottom, and then Harvick gets tagged by the 5 coming back up the track. And watch from his back bumper as he collects a few more cars. Sauter sneaking through, and then another hit from Kenny Wallace. And they all end up junked at the bottom of the track on the apron in turn 3. This is on board with Elliott Sadler. Almost made it through, and then, oh man, you saw Hamlin, you saw Danny O'Quinn. I mean, a lot of cars came sliding into that 90. Let's go on board with the 9 of Casey Kane. Oh, big hit there. Wow. That was a huge impact for Casey Kane. I'm going to take a few more looks at it. This is from Denny Hamlin's on board. Got out of that relatively cleanly compared to some of these other guys. Just a little bit of damage on the right front fender, but it'll probably slow him down quite a lot, but at least he still somewhat has a car. A lot of these guys' cars are killed. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Daytona International Speedway, the World Center of Racing, the inaugural Money Grand National Series Daytona 300. We do not have a name for the race yet, but the Daytona 300 is getting ready to start back up here. 30 laps, and we're about to approach halfway in just a couple of laps here. But already a good chunk of the field, half the field taken out. As you see Nemechek bring the field back up to speed here, but the big one just struck, and that took out a lot of good cars. And we still see some of these guys have a good bit of damage as well. So there's really only a handful of cars that really have a shot to win. Let's see if these guys take it easy to the end now, or will they keep racing just as aggressively, just as crazily. Looks like they're not going to slow down at all. You see the 7 of Randy LaJoy trying to figure out what line to go in. Looks like the outside is first line of the straightaways, but in the corners, everyone wants to take the shortest way around. So it's not really telling what's the better line really. As the top two kind of pull away, and now Shane Meal is going to use that as an opportunity to try to take the lead from Joe Nemechek. Will Meal become the first driver other than Nemechek to lead a lap here today on the inside line? He's trying it, but Nemechek's going to get the run off the high side. But here comes the bottom with a huge run. They're going to be able to push that 48 to the front. And Shane Meal is going to lead at the halfway point. And Kurt Busch in the 39. Now goes to the front. And here comes Mark Martin on the bottom, but Busch, I believe, still has his front bumper cleared, or rear bumper cleared, I should say. Can he hop back down to the bottom? Yes, he does. Kurt Busch controlling the lanes here from Daytona. Oh boy. We still have actually a pretty decent chunk of cars. Top 16, 17, 18, right there. On and ready. Just a bit over a second behind. Going to give these guys some space, taking it a little bit easy just in case they wreck again. And we have a spin on the back straightaway. Not sure who it is, but there is some smoke back there. Looks like it's already been cleared up. So whoever it was kept it rolling. Oh, and it's the 86, slow off turn 4. And both of his tires are cut once again. He's trying to slow that thing down, but with both front tires being down, it's not stopping at all. He's going through the grass to try to get that thing pointed the right way. But man, not the day Chris Mack wanted to have. It looks like whatever damage he had on that 86 car finally caused him have to just park it here. Awesome to exit this race. Yeah, he's out. He's done for the day. He's done for the day. Done great for Chris Mack. But meanwhile, out in front, things starting to get crazy once again. They're bunching them up. I don't think they care anymore. They're coming to 11 to go this time, or excuse me, 12 to go this time by. Laps winding down here from Daytona. They know they have to step on it now. Paul Menard in the 11 goes to the front. Menard will be attempting to qualify for tomorrow's Daytona 500 after this race. See if he'll make it in. And tomorrow's 500 has a big entry list. 91 drivers trying to enter, but only 43 can make it in. And we have a few repeat numbers, so to figure that out, it'll be, if there are two, I know there are two drivers trying to qualify with the number 22. Basically, how it's gonna go is, if Wayne Edwards doesn't qualify as well as Dave Blaney, or vice versa, then even if they do both make it into the field, the lower qualifying driver will be booted out of the field. Because we cannot have two of the same number on the track in the race. So that's just how it is. If Wayne Edwards, really an underfund team hoping for a miracle to make it into the field tomorrow, so we'll have to see how that goes. But man, Joe Nemechek really just here today from Daytona. Nobody's catching at 87. They call him Front Row Joe for a reason. I think I'm starting to see it now. Bernard and Carl Edwards try to work together and catch that number 87 machine. Coming to 9 laps to go. This time by here, Edwards peeking to the inside. He's going to get underneath that 11. 9 laps left here from Daytona. And a few lap cars coming up. That's Kyle Busch, number 5. And another one in front of him. This is 25. That's quite a while before they get to him. Oh boy. Nemechek out in front, using the draft off of the lap car. Hoping he'll go high. He's not. So now he's going to have to go to the outside line. The entire field getting stacked up here. Nemechek pulls low now. But everybody checks up. Here comes Carl Edwards underneath that 87. He's going to go to the lead here from Daytona. Oh boy. Down the back straightaway. The 29 of Burton. Up in the second. Clears the 6 of Mark Martin. Splitting up the Roush duo. They're not going to be able to work together. The only two of the 3, excuse me, remaining Roush racing cars left in this race with a shot at the win. Greg Biffle got a little bit of damage in that wreck, and Todd Cleaver wiped out completely. Now here comes Martin Truex Jr. Truex to the inside. John Andretti up into the mix. He's going to move to 3rd place. How about that for John Andretti? Made a few starts in the MG Cup Series, raced full-time in the 2003 season, was out of a ride at the end of the year, now has found his way into the Grand National Series here, and now looking to win. I see smoke. I believe somebody got turned sideways and was able to save it. But we have another lap car. It's the 25. That's Ashton Lewis Jr. Wherever they go. Ashton Lewis up high. Lewis stacking up the field and contact. Around goes Mark Martin, collecting his teammate. Martin and Edwards up into the outside wall. Back across the track. A huge hit. Chad Blunt gets collected as he tried to sneak by on the bottom, and the 6 came right down the track, right into the path of that 19. Instant caution in the air. No race back. How they call for an instant caution is when they wave the white and red, or excuse me, the yellow and red flags together. That is when they signal for an instant caution, and the field is frozen immediately. And that got bad. That got really bad. Oh, man. Wow. Caution is out, and they are climbing out of their cars. Thank goodness everyone is okay, because that was absolutely horrible. That was terrifying. Huge impact for both drivers. Let's take another look at it here. Bernie Lamar had a run on the bottom. He was trying to follow through so he wouldn't lose the lead draft, and Martin trying to get by the lap car and hurry up and hop down to the inside lane. And it just wasn't clear. Chopped his nose, sent himself around, back up the track, collecting poor Carl Edwards, his teammate. J.J. Yaley gets a piece. Matt Kenseth, all 3 of the remaining Roush cars get a piece of this, but luckily Yaley and Kenseth didn't get damaged. And then, oh man, Chad Blunt down on the bottom, just trying to get through, and catches the nose of that number 6. I can't slow it down enough. Hold on. Watch this. Trying to get by, just wipes the front end off of both of those race cars. Bumpers flying everywhere, debris flying everywhere. Huge impact for Mark Martin. Huge hit for Chad Blunt. Both of those cars slide to a stop, and Carl Edwards pulls to a stop, trying to make sure his teammate is okay. He sees him moving around in there and decides it's alright to pull away now. But man, a really big impact and a tough break for Martin and Blunt. Chad Blunt making his first start in this series. Well, everybody making their first start in this series, but Blunt, he's worked his way up. He raced past last season. And man, that was a really bad wreck. Getting ready to kick things back off here. We do not want it to be a one-lap shootout, so we're going to extend the race by a lap here. It'll be a green-white checkers finish for Martin Truex Jr. and Clint Bowyer in a 2-car starting on his outside. Haven't said his name much here today. Oh, car smoking down on the bottom. That is Jason Keller. The one of Jason Keller having an issue. Smoke pouring out of that number 1 machine. And he's going to have to come to pit road. Looks like his day might be done. And that's a tough break because he played it smart, stayed out of trouble, was in the top 10, and had a shot at the win. Not now. The car said otherwise. Green flag flies once again here from Daytona. And 2 laps to go. The final lap of regulation here. But not the end of the race. We'll have 1 extra lap. The green-white checkers finish, heading down the back straightaway now. Now heading down into turn 3. Shane Emile in control from Daytona. Oh, contact! Nemechek goes around, collecting Clint Bowyer and Kurt Busch. Bernie Lamar gets collected as well. Oh, and more big impacts. Ashton Lewis is taken out, and that's going to bring out another caution. And we're going to have another attempt at a green-white checkers finish from Daytona. Nemechek arguably had the best car and was the most deserving winner of this race here today. Not now. That 87, not sure what happened here. Looks like he tried to hop down just a little bit and side draft the 10 of John Andretti. Andretti slides up just a little bit over the bumps. And that 87 bounces. Comes a ping pong ball. He slides up into the 2 of Bowyer. Back down into Andretti. And they all get collected. Poor Kurt Busch. What a save from John Andretti. But Kurt Busch got tagged. And then, oh man, Bernie Lamar. There's Casey Mears in the 42. Mears switching over to that 42 this season. After his former teammate went to Roush. That's Jamie McMurray. And look at that big impact from Ashton Lewis as well. Right into the door of the 2 as he had nowhere to go. He was committed to the bottom, trying to make it through, just like Chad Blunt. And man, right into the door of Clint Bowyer, had nowhere to go. Tried to make it through, the 2 slid down right into his path, and a big impact for Lewis and Bowyer. But luckily both drivers are okay and able to climb out. We're going to take another look at it here. We have another red flag. This cleanup will take a while for sure. Take another look at it. Oh man, Bernie Lamar came in there hard. He gets clipped up the track by Nemechek. Slides up right into the door of the 2, right into the door of the 39. And that is a day ender for Bowyer and Lewis. But everybody else, they're still rolling. I mean, McMurray might be out of it, but everybody else still rolling, but definitely won't have a shot at the win now. And they're dropping like flies at this point. 23 cars left on track. It's about to be less than that now, probably about 20, 21 after this yellow flag as we get ready to try to end things once again here from Daytona. Our second attempt at a green-white checkers finish is about to begin. Close my food. And here we go. Shane Meal in the lead. John Andretti, P2. The 7 of Randy LaJoie in third. Paul Menard, P4. The 29 of Jeff Burton rounds out the top 5. J.J. Yaley in 6th. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps to go from Daytona. Who's going to win it? Shane Meal with a great jump. Nobody wants to work with John Andretti. As here comes Paul Menard down to the middle. And look at Brian Vickers. Not many cup leeches left in this race. Lots of full-time drivers now working their way up. Whoa! Kurt Busch sideways into the grass. What a save from the 39 of Kurt Busch. Able to keep it rolling. Now his brother Kyle is going to get past him. Down the back straightaway. With 2 laps to go here. Entering turn 3. Shane Meal has the lead. Randy LaJoie trying to catch him here. Here comes the 29. Here comes the 11. Here comes the 57 and the 52 of Brad Teague. The 59, I mean, all these guys trying to form up and get some sort of a run going with 1 lap to go. Shane Meal way out in front, but nobody behind them able to get formed up and be able to work together. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Paul Menard pushing, shoving all over the back bumper of that 7 car, but they're not going anywhere. Here comes the 57, side by side in the turn 3. That's slowing these 2 down, or these 4 down. Shane Meal, a sitting duck here. They've got a big run off turn 4, but off of turn 4, here comes the 57 of Vickers to the inside. At the stripe, Shane Meal is going to see the checker flag as he wins from Daytona. What a crazy race. But Shane Meal is your survivor. And he gets the job done. at the World Center of Racing. What a way to kick off the season for Shane Meal. Out of all the cup leeches in this race, Shane Meal was able to beat them, as he is racing full-time in this series and part-time in the MG Cup Series as well this year, but he is going for points in this series, so technically he's not a cup leech. But man, what a crazy race. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. Hope to see y'all next time, and until then, peace.